G'day and welcome to Videodrome. Here are 10 things you didn't know about Guardians of the Galaxy Vol 2. This sequel was announced a week before the release of Guardians of the Galaxy at San Diego Comic-Con in 2014. Originally set for a July 2017 release, but it was pushed to May 5th, 2017. James Gunn clearly stated that this sequel won't set up Avengers Infinity War, but there will be a few Easter eggs in the film, as it features 5 post-credit scenes. Gary Oldman, Viggo Mortensen, Christoph Waltz, Christopher Plummer, and Liam Neeson were considered for the role of Ego, that ended up going to Kurt Russell. Matthew McConaughey was considered to play the villain, but passed on the role. James Gunn revealed that he and Kevin Feige wanted David Bowie to appear in a cameo, but unfortunately the singer passed away on January 10th in 2016. The teaser poster is actually a parody of the Ramones album cover Rocket to Russia. Prop master Russell Bobbitt had difficulty finding Sony Walkmans that were needed for the first film, especially that anytime they would come across one, the headphones were broken. So Bobbitt ended up connecting with Sony to see if they had any available for filming, which they didn't. In the end, he needed to make 6 from scratch. He created a scale model, which was about 10 inches, 25 centimeters of Baby Groot. This was used for a lighting reference and sometimes puppeteered against the actors while they were filming their scenes. When James Gunn was working on the script, that's when they came up with the idea that Ego should be Star-Lord's father. The only problem with this was that 20th Century Fox actually owns the rights to Ego, as he's part of the Fantastic Four mythology. In the end, they came to the agreement that Gunn could have Ego if they could have more creative freedom with Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Gunn said it was also kind of difficult to find a good villain for the film because some of the most iconic Marvel villains are owned by Fox, for example Kang. In 2016 at Comic-Con, the director revealed that Ego would be Star-Lord's father. He revealed later on that he did this because we'd find out anyway, but also that we wouldn't think this film would be answering this big question. We know from the first films that Groot only communicates with the words, "I am Groot." Vin Diesel recorded these 3 words with different inflections and different emotions. The director had a special Vin Diesel copy of the script where the "I am Groot" words were actually translated into English. So the actor would know exactly what he's supposed to be saying in place of "I am Groot." Unlike in the first film, he didn't only just voice the character, he also did motion capture for it. It was 2014 November when James Gunn first talked about how he has an idea about how he could continue the Guardians of the Galaxy. He even revealed that he has some ideas about how the 3rd part could play out. Though in 2015, when he was directly asked about this, he wasn't actually sure if he would be a part of the 3rd part. That we should wait until the 2nd one comes out. In the end, in 2016, it was the producer who said that they do have a plan for the comic book films all the way up to 2020. They would like to have a 3rd part, but when this is going to come about, they didn't actually know. In March of 2017, James Gunn was asked yet again about the 3rd part. Back then, he said that there will be a 3rd part for sure, but he's not actually sure if he's going to be directing it. In April, he said that there definitely will be a 3rd part, and he is going to be writing it, and he is going to be directing it. James Gunn stated that he would have liked to have Adam Warlock in the sequel, but he ended up scratching this idea as he thought that in the 2nd part there's already too many characters. So he thought that he should put Adam Warlock into the 3rd part as he thought he was an important character. Originally, we were told that 2 important characters would be showing up in the 2nd part. These would have been Nova and Mantis, but later on the director changed his mind. Nova didn't end up in the 2nd one, and the director has stated that he doesn't think that the character will show up in the 3rd part either. He stated that the reason for this is that he doesn't want another human character in the film. Mantis did end up in the film. She was raised by Ego and she has empathetic powers. Chris Pratt said that compared to the first film, it was much easier for him to get into shape for this one, as this time around he didn't have to lose all of the weight that he lost for the first one. Also, compared to the first one, Dave Bautista only had to spend 90 minutes in the makeup chair. The Drax mask would only come off, though, at the end of the day, with him sitting in the sauna and it melting off him. The screen test came back with 100% approval rating, but Hollywood Reporter warns us that the screen testing at Disney is a little different. It's kind of their thing to do, that they call friends and family and people who won't really say negative things about the film. So we can take it with a grain of salt that we got 100% approval rating on it. So these are the interesting facts that you probably didn't know about Guardians of the Galaxy Vol 2. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you'd like to hear more videos like this and see one, please click on the like, subscribe to our channel, and come back and visit us again soon. Thank you. Bye.